because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
At the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Foreman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Here's second and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
This is Foreman, draw play. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And again, it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip some.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On first down, Foreman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Ambrose to throw on second down. Catch is made by Arcega right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time,
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They'll run with Foreman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Chris Jones on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. possession. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
20. 51. King.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked out by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They run again with Foreman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Foreman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Landry. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.